bienvenidos a Midnight's Edge en Español. Woo! We're here with Lily, who is super hot from Texas in both sense of the word.
It's barely 12:30 here, you guys. It's already 101. I'm dying. Send help.
Oh my
Send
gosh. Oh. Yeah, it's hot. We're having like a huge heat wave. I'm at the Midwest right now. It's really not that bad, actually. I feel it's 82 over here in the Midwest, but looks like we might be getting some storms. So hey, hopefully my internet holds up. So no sé qué va a pasar. Um, so Kiko dice que es 72. So for him it's 72. So
Oh
wow,
my gosh. I
wow.
wish. That
I
sounds
know.
amazing.
But that's probably like 90% humidity, because like here you walk outside, it's so humid.
Well, that's
But
our
that
problem here too, that it's been threatening to rain for like 3 days and then it doesn't rain.
doesn't
So it
rain.
kind of stays all humid and gross and ugh.
Ah. Hola, Mason Bacon Soda, Deus Vault. Woohoo! And if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. I just renewed my membership, and you should too. Go check it out. You can become a member of the channel, and you get cool emojis and stuff like that.
Yay.
Yay! So, Lily, ¿qué tan encabronado? How the, my Mexican brothers and sisters say, are you about this show?
You know what? I think it passed already. I'm not even mad anymore.
Are you not?
It's just, at this point, it's just disappointment. I'm just watching it because, I mean, we have to discuss it and kind of keep up what's happening. But at this point, I'm not even mad anymore. I just look at these things and I'm like, yeah, of course they did that. Of course they're going to do that. Of course now they're changing this. Like, what do you do?
It's one of those things that you're kind of like going, oh my gosh. Uh, but we do see that our friends are saying that this is the best Star Wars fight ever. I mean, it's like greater than like the duel of the base because it was so intense.
The Star Wars fight that happened behind so many trees that you couldn't see what was happening?
What? What are you talking about? You're talking about this?
Yeah. It's just this is like another thing that I kind of saw and was discussing with somebody else about this scene, is that when in episode 4, when they arrive, you see like the big old gigantic landscape in the background, right? And it's this huge forest and it looks so like incredibly big that you'd get lost in it, whatever. And then they come into the close shots like this, and it feels like it was filmed like on a tiny little set where they didn't have a lot of room. They had to fill it with a bunch of trees, and it just makes it look super claustrophobic. Like you're fighting in between all the trees, and I feel like they're swinging their lightsabers. Like, okay, guys, I don't have a lot of room, so just try to do the best that you can. I don't know. It's so weird. I mean,
Yeah,
at
it
least
just
we
feels
have lightsaber fights, though.
it it did feel small. It felt so small. Like you did go from a huge set, and then you just brought it. I guess maybe that's what they wanted. But it does look. It looks so inexpensive, right? Doesn't it look like Dollar Tree trees or something? I mean, I don't know. They could have filmed this in the Great Forest or anything like that. It doesn't look rich.
And have they never been to areas where there's a bunch of trees? They're not that close together, I don't think. I mean, I don't know, maybe like in the Amazon or something. But like if you see places like in California where they have like the redwoods and stuff, those ginormous trees, they're not like packed together like that. There's a lot of space. So I don't know. It's just so weird to me. There was just supposedly there was going to be so much going on in this episode, and for me, I just had to keep pausing it because it was so just boring. Even though so much is happening, it's just so boring to me. I think I just don't care anymore.
I do. I feel like it's not really connecting, but it has like moments where it wants to do something. It has moments where you're going, okay, this is gonna be something, and you're kind of waiting for it. But then you're like, oh, really? It was just what I thought it was gonna be. And then you're kind of like, okay, I kind of like this character, or something like this kind of makes sense. And then you're like, oh yeah, wait a minute, that's not gonna happen. So you almost left like, why am I even doing with this show? What's going on? And I feel really bad for um, with people that are really invested in it. You know?
I just think that the people that are invested in it don't know any better. I honestly think that I'm starting to see that a lot of these people either just barely came into Star Wars on this show, or they came in during the sequels and they actually don't know what Star Wars is. And to them, this is like the best thing ever because they don't know that better things actually exist. Because I can't justify any of this stuff. And I think part of the reason why they actually wanted to release it like an episode a week is because if you binge this all together, it makes no sense. For 2 episodes straight, we've had May changing her mind that she wants to be a bad guy and then a good guy and then a bad guy and then a good guy. And it's like, really? So if you watch episode 4 and 5 together, she changes her mind like 3 or 4 times. I think that's why they did that instead of just letting us binge the whole thing because it wouldn't have made sense. Because last week she was like, oh no, I'm loyal to my sister, so I'm going to turn myself in. And then this episode, she flips back and she's like, no, just kidding. I guess my master's here, so I'm going to be like a bad guy again. Oh my god, it's so dumb. All of it is just really dumb. None of it makes sense. The writing is so silly. Like there's a point where Master Soul is like, what did he say? I think I made a comment about this last night where he was like, "Oh, you have a Jedi weapon, but you are no Jedi." And it's like, "Well, duh, like obviously he's killing Jedi and he's got a red blade. He's not a Jedi. Like, why would you put that in there? It doesn't sound cool. It doesn't make you sound like philosophical, like you're saying something deep. It makes you sound really stupid.
Like you're saying, hashtag not a Jedi.
Yes, it's like I don't know. I'm putting it with this because those are my experiences. But like being a when the whole drama happened, I don't know if you guys saw it. Probably not. It's like a healthcare thing. That stethoscopes, everyone thinks that only doctors carry them, but so do nurses, so do respiratory techs, and it's kind of like saying that to someone and being like, "You carry a stethoscope, but you are no doctor." Like, what? Well, yeah, obviously, I'm your nurse. Like,
What is that? Is that a pulse finder do you have in your pocket?
that's what that sounded
What?
to me. I was like, what? Like, well, obviously, he's not a Jedi, dude. He's killing all of you, and he's not trading with any of you. Like, how does that? It's so silly. All of it. And then they're just taking us on wild goose chases like this with Yord. That he's like, no, Master Soul gave me an order and I have to get you back to the ship. And then, like, in the middle of it, she's like, no, everyone's gonna die. We need to go back and help them. Like, what?
But what did she do? What did
Why
she do
don't
to
you just
help
in
him?
the first place? Like, I don't understand what's happening.
Ah, que bruja. And even
It's
like with her
just
sister, she was good, and now she's bad. But then, oh,
And then they like even hugged and this moment, and then all of a sudden she pushes her and tries to kill her. Like, I don't
I don't
understand
get
what's
it.
happening. I don't understand what's happening. It's so silly. That's why I'm saying, like, I can't even be mad anymore. This stuff just doesn't make sense. It's just funny now.
It's so weird. I just don't know what exactly it's trying to do and why is it trying to do it. And it feels so rushed in a sense because you the plots are so ridiculous and it it's really baffling. A lot of the things that you think are gonna show don't show. A lot of the things that you think, oh my gosh, they're gonna pay off, they don't pay off. So you're like, I don't know. I'm with you on this one. It doesn't make sense. I love that he has the line there, and we're so attached to it because no sé qué carajo están haciendo. That's just what it feels. And this is like, okay, what are we gonna do? We have this super lightsaber battle, and you're supposed to be invested in all these people, but then what what did it turn out to be? It just I think they wanted this to be the big because this is episode 5. There's 3 more episodes or 4. I think it's 3 more, right?
3 more, yeah.
So it's 3 more. So this is the big showcase because this is the I guess until what are we guessing that the May and Osha are gonna come together and they're gonna be the ones defeating them. Some people say, well, the Gimp is, discount Ezra Miller. It's supposed to be Darth Plagueis now, or could be. It's just the retcon. Um, but and then you have X-23 Light, and
I
that was
honestly, another problem with the lightsaber battle is there were 7 Jedi. There's only one of him. You don't think they could have all attacked at the same time and like all of them taken care of it?
yeah.
And
He
these
did
are Jedi
the
Masters
one
and Jedi
force
Knights.
blow, right? He did the big like Sith blow, and then they were all flying away. And but with all those Jedi, they couldn't they do like a force push themselves?
Yeah, but no.
No, no.
No, they had to make him look like he was so powerful and no one's done this before. And it's like,
Yeah, he's
ugh.
he's supposed to be like the Darth Vader.
And then
That's
she's only a Padawan. I don't think people realize she's not a master. She's not a knight. She's literally a Padawan, and she actually held her own better with him than he did with the actual masters.
well, they're trying to say that because even some people, even on Twitter, they were looking at uh, the the choreography and they made it very similar to uh, Ahsoka, right? The fighting style and stuff like that. So I
And
think
I
that's
mean, I
she's the
honestly don't
bestest
mind.
ever, Lily.
I don't mind Daphne Keene because she is X-23. So if you saw her, she did a lot of really cool stuff when she was like a little kid. So of course she's gonna grow up. She's got the skills to learn all the lightsaber fights and everything. So that was pretty cool. I didn't mind that at all. It's just weird that you would have a Padawan going up against this really powerful person, and she's the only one that can actually hold her own against him. That's weird.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. So many. I figured so many missed opportunities. So had I guess we can agree this is pretty much the best actor right now, right?
Yeah, he's my favorite. Hopefully, if they're smart enough, they won't kill him off until the last episode at least. Because he's literally the only thing they have going for them right now. And It's just a mess. Oh my gosh. Every single thing that happens, I'm just like, I don't care. Oh man.
Oh, poor Lily.
It's because it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make you feel anything anymore. When you watch the prequels, when you watch the originals, it makes you feel something, even though you've seen them a billion times. Like, this is Star Wars. It should make you feel something, and it just doesn't. I watch this, and I might as well be watching, like, no shade to people who are doing fan films because they're better than this, but it's like I'm watching someone just play out their Star Wars fantasies on screen, and it's not connected to me whatsoever. Like, I don't care.
But this is look if you were talking about this, how they're supposed to be in this great forest, but if you look, it just feels like this is a very small stage, and that just looks like um oh, what is it, like dollar store foliage or something.
It just it just looks tiny. And then I don't understand why the lightsabers are so big.
It's
They
just
they literally look like like the plastic ones that you used to be able to get at the
I know.
Goodwill,
It's,
the
the
kid toy.
lightsaber, those that you got at the swap meet,
Yes.
vamos a la swap meet a
Because in
comprarte unos
the
lightsabers, chico. You know?
because in the prequels, if you notice, they were actually really, really thin and they had a very faint glow because they would add all of that in post. So it didn't look like this big old super crazy gigantic lightsaber. And look at how big these are.
It's just big. Uh,
It's just weird. Oh my gosh.
weird. And speaking of weird, somebody made this comparison, and oh man, you can't unsee it once you see it.
Oh, and I don't understand now that you brought up the helmet.
Oh
So
yeah,
now you can't read minds if you're wearing a helmet.
I know. Everybody's like, I posted the meme of Magneto, uh,
Yeah.
because Phil was talking about it from Egg Roll, and I was like, it's the Magneto thing. It's like they're crossing uh, different genres and different franchises.
Yeah,
Hicieron el Magneto.
that's
Hicieron el
so weird
Magneto.
to me. That is
So,
so weird to me. And then that he like turns off the lightsabers by banging his head against
oh
them. Like,
yeah, I saw that.
oh my god,
Yeah,
it's
man.
just nothing makes
Right?
sense. Nothing makes sense.
Well, this one, it was, I think, you hear this one? It's from Star Wars Theory talked about it, and he said that what he said. So I'll share it. That has happened before, in I guess in one of the comic books with Vader, um, and it's something to do with the material that he's saying. Let's see. Can you hear it?
No.
Let's see. Now?
Mm-mm. I can't hear anything.
No?
No, I can't hear anything at all.
All right. I guess what he's saying, that it was in the Thrawn novels. Um, Basically, it was Vader. What he did is he took this. I guess somebody had like this lightsaber that has this material that it's able to short circuit other lightsabers. And then Vader, I guess, took it from the person and just started slaughtering. And it's like they take little things that you think, oh my gosh, that'll be so cool because Vader did it. It's like, well, of course, if Vader did it, right? It should be cool.
See, but the thing with that is, I don't mind them introducing stuff like that. It's just that it confuses your audience because we've never seen it before. Unless you've read every single Star Wars comic, unless you've read every single novel, you've watched all the TV shows, and you know every single piece of lore, you're not going to understand where that's coming from. So I've never seen this comic. And to me, that just looks dumb because they haven't explained it in the show. Maybe if something happened, or I don't know, they're talking about something and like, oh, this, what if we use this weapon that, short circuits like lightsabers, whatever, it's this material, and all of a sudden this guy has it, then you explain it to your audience. But like this, it makes no sense. You're just like, okay, is he short circuiting it just because he's hitting it with his helmet? Or does this have something with what the helmet's made out of? Like, you don't explain it to your audience, and that's why it looks stupid and everyone's confused.
Well, I think that's what people were also confused about because this part was the crazy part, right? You have this now supposedly super powerful, uh, you know, helmet and stuff like that you can just boom. You like, oh, now check it out. My helmet is just deflecting the lightsabers, But then later on, I think what was it in this one? No, it was. I think it was another one where she. Um, see it when they had the lightsaber. Basically, she smashes the lightsaber. Uh, this when she smashes the helmet with her lightsaber hilt, right?
So then it doesn't hold up to lightsabers.
Yeah, so you can hit it with the lightsaber, but if you can smash it with the hilt.
Oh my God.
Because that's how she smashes. She smashes it with the hilt of it.
So the hilt is more powerful than the plasma.
Yeah, the hilt is the most powerful weapon ever.
Oh my God. Just when I think it can't get stupider, it gets stupider.
I mean, you would think this is the lightsaber, right?
Isn't the only type of steel that's strong enough to withstand a lightsaber, isn't it Beskar?
Yes. So I guess his
So the
helmet is
helmet's
made
made
out
of
of Beskar.
Beskar.
Right.
But they never tell us it's Beskar, so we don't know.
Yeah, because look at this. Boom.
But apparently,
he's able to headbutt it thing.
But apparently, if you hit it with the hilt, it breaks. But with Beskar, if you hit it with something, it doesn't break. So it's not Beskar.
You're just thinking too much, Lily. That's the problem.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You're just thinking too much. What are you even thinking about? That's the thing I don't get. You're like, si tú eres Beskar,
You guys are watching me have a live breakdown on how stupid this show is. Oh my gosh! Oh yeah. Wow, that's really stupid.
Oh my gosh, I was trying to find the one because she did it. The chat knows. The chat has to know that she broke his helmet with the hilt of the of the uh, of the
I must have missed that when I was watching it last night, because when he emerged without his helmet on, I was like, oh, I guess he decided to take it off. I didn't catch it at all.
Yeah, see, let's see if I can, because I was thinking, I know that it was in the one. See, this is part of it. There's so many little stupid things that you're like going, oh, you can't catch them. They're Pokemon. You can't catch all the stupid things. That's
Oh my
that's the
gosh.
problem.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that, or else I would have commented on that last night. I didn't know that she broke his helmet. Like, that's so. Oh my god, that's just so dumb. Like, okay, I'm not gonna think about it because it's really stupid. Wow.
It's just one of those things where you're kind of going to yourself, okay, what am I watching? What are the rules? The rules keep changing. The actors keep changing. The styles keep changing. The the stakes keep changing because now you can obviously if you stab somebody with a lightsaber, they die if they're the proper, pronoun, I guess. Is that what's happening? If is a certain pronouns get get more preference? See, it's right there. Oh, so let's see right there. Trying to think, it's right there. See, hits it with the hilt. You see it?
Oh my god, and it just breaks in half like
Yeah.
nothing.
She hits it with the hilt. Where before he took a headbutt to
From
it,
lightsabers.
right? And
Oh
then,
my god.
and then
I didn't see this.
she just hits it a little bit because
And then
now
it like
she's
freaking
got the power.
splits and it freaking splits in
Yeah.
half like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this show is so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm back to being a little bit mad because it just nothing makes sense.
Like once it gets
Look at
hit,
it.
boom, Once it gets hit, that's it. And then it's like, oh, you done bad. But yeah, all the Jedi's dead, but pobrecita. Ahora tengo otra. Jaja. Funciona. Oh, ¿qué vas a hacer? No, mira. Porque voy a atacarte con toda la fuerza. Tienes la fuerza. Eres mi fuerza. Ahí viene otro. Pero no. Ahora. Ta, 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 ta. Villano. Me rompiste mi lightsaber. Oh, now he can push him back, So it's like
someone's saying that she didn't even hit it with the lightsaber, that she elbowed him.
No, she did hit him with the lightsaber. That's what I'm trying to. It doesn't slow. Does it slow it down? Hold on. See, she hits it with the Let's see. So, if you see it there, see because she turns the hilt around. All right. Going too fast. Even see, she turns the hilt around. Boom, hilt. Boom, hilt. See that?
And it just breaks. But apparently, when he headbutted the lightsabers, it broke the lightsabers. Oh my god. Oh my god. This show just gets stupider and stupider. Like the more that you actually like think about it. Oh my god, I'm so over this show. It's so dumb. Well, anyway, guys, so the Sith who's not a Sith, who said he was a Sith, is actually the person that we all thought it was since like episode 2. So that was their big reveal that they've been keeping a secret for the past like 2 years. But we all knew. Don't worry.
But the most, how can we say it, revealing and awesome technique, lightsaber technique that we found is it's really amazing. I think when I saw this scene, I was like, wow, no me digas, nunca vi esto. I never seen this before. This secret Jedi technique passed on, I guess, to the Sith that I'd never seen before. I was like, this is cinema. This is masterpiece. I've never seen a lightsaber used this way. And I was like, okay, they got me. This is amazing. I have to do this. And it was just amazing. I was like, they've never done this before. And it was, yeah. I mean, what do you think about this technique, Lily? Would you try this technique? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's how I cut my hair.
yes. That's that's the most this is how you do it, you know? You
What was
you
that?
have
I think while I was watching it live, I also missed this part because I don't remember. I probably would have said something about it on Twitter and I didn't. It's just, like I said, everything is just so dumb. All of it. Like, what is this?
you kind of saw it and you're like going, "Wait a minute.
I
What
saw it.
it didn't register. It didn't register."
I
You
saw
were
it
like,
afterwards. No, it was because I tell you I kept pausing it because I kept pausing it to do my little live review on Twitter, and I kept pausing it to add like little comments, and I totally missed this part. I don't know. I just, oh my god, it took me like an hour and a half to finish watching it because I just, it's so stupid. But yeah, no, the big reveal about the Sith, that was like the, I guess that was the only thing for me that I was like, okay, I guess like we all knew who it was.
surprise.
Surprise. Surprise, it's the guy we all knew it was.
It's like you're waiting for the Dexter reveal. Surprise, mother truckers, you know? And he comes out, ha, it's me all along.
I just
But
I can't with this entire show. Oh my
so I
god.
don't know if you saw this. So this was the some of these are like the writers of the show, and they were saying that Leslie Headland told them that this is her favorite. This is her favorite part of the show, right? Like this is her favorite episode, I guess, that she deal with and all stuff. So you heard it, guys. It's all down here from here because this is her favorite episode. But this is the writers' room, Lily. So this is the great stuff that they're creating. But look at the writing board. I mean, they have this whole. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So they have this whole steely determination, and then it goes to shock, terror, guilt and confusion, urgency. Let's go. Fear, threat, established. Like whore? I don't know. Basil, I guess Basil's the whore. Uh, resolve. We have to face it. This is all this 2 episodes, guys. This is the genius behind it,
What
right?
is this? Oh
All
my
right, and then you
god.
have all is lost. So I guess we're here. But then you have acceptance of grief. This is what's coming, I guess. alone all again, devastating, pulled towards Jackie. So, but Jackie's now gone. So I guess he was pulled. I guess that moment that they shared together was the pulling towards her, right? And now that that's gone, it's rage. So the ocean now has to do something. So that's that's it. What do you think? Are you not impressed? Are you not entertained?
I'm not impressed.
It's just cute.
I've written better essays than that. Oh my gosh.
I love that they said it's live episodes of Ezra Miller in Hawaii.
That was hilarious.
That
I
was
think
hilarious.
that guy won the internet for
That, that's the winner.
Oh man. It's
What
like
have you done?
I put that up because last week when we were all speculating about this person with the red lightsaber, everyone was like, no, it can't be a Sith, you guys, because the Sith are actually extinct. So, like, we don't know what he is. And then he says, and to me, I'm what you Jedi would call a Sith. And then he goes about how he wants to use all the power and have an acolyte and blah, blah, blah. So, a Sith. So, he's a Sith. It's a
There
Sith.
you go. That's it.
Red lightsaber. I mean, dresses all in black. And I still had people under this post still telling me, no, he said that it's what the Jedi would call a Sith. Maybe he's one of the Knights of Ren. I'm like, oh my God. Just people will come out and defend this with the worst, like, takes ever.
That is the new one. The Knights of Ren, I guess, is the new one. But I guess what does it matter? Where are we going with this? But it's just look at a cool thing, isn't it cool? What have you done with yours?
Look at those lightsabers. They're like just, I'm just so taken out by those lightsabers.
Come on, Lily, aren't you like?
They look to me like those lights that the YouTubers use in the background.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Don't you want to like? That was everybody's got lightsabers in the background in every YouTube.
Yeah,
video.
everyone's got lightsabers.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I should send you some to put right in the back.
It's giving the same energy. Ah, poor Yord.
I know, pobrecito.
Yord didn't even get like a lightsaber death. I said that I felt sorry for him. And not necessarily like the actor, the character, whatever. It's just that remember how the past couple of weeks everyone's formed this group called the Yord Horde, all his fans, and Disney has been making him do like little videos for them and stuff, getting all the fangirls all riled up, and then they kill him.
I know he had like this little, but he might be coming back in flashbacks. Don't forget.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
Yes, no one's ever really dead.
Pobrecito nuestro tío. Yeah. Well, who knows? She should be fine, right?
I don't know.
Just a scratch.
That looks like it got her lungs and her spine.
No, it's a prick. So next episode she's gonna wake up in the infirmary.
I know.
Because, it's love interest. But how cool! This is what everybody says. Oh, it's so amazing! It's amazing! It's fabuloso, and not just a cleaner.
You know what? Not to be mean to the actor. This isn't about the actor. He's doing his best with what he's been given. But I just don't believe that he's bad. He just doesn't give off the vibe. Like he got carried away by bugs, for God's sake. Like seriously, that's how you resolve this problem. Like how scary is your villain when he's getting carried away by bugs?
Why didn't they kill him?
because
Or
he
they
had
had
his
that.
lightsaber and he came back like smashing them up or something.
Ah,
Like I
it's
don't believe him. I don't see him and I don't go, "Oh wow,
right.
he's the villain." Like he's just some guy.
I mean, remember how you were saying it's like the lightsaber is so big, but even her hand, like it's like her hand's so tiny compared to it, but that grip is able to deflect this, a super powerful lightsaber in a almost like a baseball bat move with both hands, but she can do it holding that, barely gripping it.
And you know what's really weird though is that here she's supposed to be holding the Wookiee's lightsaber,
Uh huh.
but you can't tell the difference between the lightsabers. And I'm guessing the Wookiee's not going to be using like your standard lightsaber, just like Yoda had one that fit his hand because obviously
Right.
he's little. The Wookiee's huge, and you can't even tell the difference between these two lightsabers who would have what. Because I doubt that a human that small like her would be able to even hold a Wookiee lightsaber unless you were holding it with two hands.
Oh, I don't know. So, yeah, this was your.
I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. This is supposed to be your villain, and I just don't see it.
They had to make him like we had the emo look already with Kylo, and now we have the same emo, you know. Nada contra los emos, todos tenemos primos que son emos, ¿ok? Y otros primos que son punk, y los dos no se llevan. We all have that cousin or brother that's an emo, and you always have the punk side. So this is different than the emo side, I guess. The emo. So I can fix him. That's what they probably went. So the ladies would be like, I can fix him.
But like, I, I'm sorry, he's just not imposing at all to me.
Yeah, it
He
doesn't seem like.
doesn't like if I were to see him like in some dark alley, I'd be like, okay. Like, it just doesn't look scary. There are just some people that do give off that vibe. He just doesn't. He doesn't look scary. I'm sorry. Like,
But in all this, we dare to say justice for Karimundi.
Mundi.
Not a traitor, not even born.
Oh my god.
Uh, but
This show just, yeah, it just gets dumber and dumber every week.
wow. Yeah, so that's kind of like what we got, guys. What are you guys talking about? Uh, maybe. Well, we had a few people come by. Woo-woo. So we got bro. Been deeply saying it's weird how Sid Kim goes good enough to take on all of them, then suddenly wasn't good enough to beat one of them. Yeah, yeah, that doesn't make sense. It just yeah. The Kiko's right. He just identifies as a Sith, Lily. Right? His pronouns are Sith him Sith or Sithius. Battle writing version of plot armor characters behave however they need to behave in the moment the story move of how they want, no matter how illogical these moves are. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like the lightsabers. They only kill you when the script calls for it. Otherwise, you survive it.
Yeah.
And there's still people trying to justify Sabine and Riva living. I had somebody tell me that Riva survived as a child because she was able to survive through her hatred, just like Darth Maul. And I was like, "Are you serious? She's a child. She hasn't been fully trained in the dark side like Darth Maul has. And you're telling me that a 7-year-old child is going to have enough hate in them to survive that when she probably doesn't even know what's going on. She's more afraid than anything. Like, I can't with these people. There's so many people saying that lightsabers aren't even that dangerous.
So I guess they stole the idea from Ant-Man's ants getting Kang, to carry the bugs away. So he's in touch with the bugs because he's creepy, I guess.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
They
I
just
just, I hate this show so much.
it's just one of those things where you're like going, what is going on? What exactly uh what exactly is what exactly is the point of all this? You're almost like going, I I guess this is Star Wars, y'all. We have this large gap in the fans and the creators of Star Wars. Um, but speaking of gaps in Star Wars, this is uh, this is a segment to segue into this Forbes article. Did you hear about this, Lily? So it
uh,
looks like Disney forced to reveal unequal pay on Star Wars show The Acolyte.
I heard a little bit about that, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, so according to Forbes, documents filed by Disney have revealed that its latest Star Wars spin off series, The Acolyte, is in force for equality, despite famously featuring a female centric cast. According to the filings in early April last year, when production of the streaming series was still in full swing, just 30% of the 695 employees are women, and women's average hourly pay was 19.4 lower than men. Set around 100 years before the Acolyte, blah, 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 blah. Hunger Games, Amanda, blah, 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 has dual roles. So I guess if she has dual roles, does she get dual pay? But I guess they're not get paying the same. There's from the looks of it, they're getting 14 and then 19%, just almost 20% lower pay, hourly pay than the men in this stuff. I mean, aren't they the champions of women's equality?
Well, I mean, they have like 5,000 writers just to write this garbage. They can't pay everyone super high. Or I honestly don't know. I don't care enough about this show to care what they're getting paid.
So Cynthia says, so the women are mostly in catering, hair and makeup, costuming. The guys are in set, lighting, electric. Okay, so that would make sense. It's not, they're unequal jobs. Uh, that is funny.
Yeah, that does
Barrow
make sense.
says, yeah, that does make sense, right?
That does make sense. Yeah, it makes total
Yeah,
sense.
but that would means that the article has to make sense, and of course they don't want it to make sense. Barrel says, por eso el show es malo, porque no le pagan a las mujeres. Lily, por eso el show es malo, porque no le pagan a las mujeres. Sí, le hubieran pagado a las mujeres, el show todavía sería malo.
It would still be pretty awful.
Vamos a seguir perdiendo tiempo con esto fanfiction. En lugar de hablar de las cosas importantes, hablamos de la Copa América y la Euro. Hey, podemos hablar. Creo Brasil empató y Argentina ganó. So, are you cheering for anyone, Lily? Are you cheering for Mexico and the U.S. or?
Yeah, I always just choose Mexico. It's either Mexico or the U.S. I don't cheer for any other teams.
How about the Euro League? Are you cheering for anyone in the European League?
Oh man, I haven't followed soccer in such a long time. I
That the fact that
can't.
you call it soccer, it's already thing. It's
Yeah, I know.
football. Sup,
Well,
Jamie?
sorry everybody. Yeah, I haven't followed it in such a long time. I can't really tell you.
Miguel Faro, ¿qué pasó?
I'm here
This
for
isn't
Star Wars.
Star Wars. That's what we got to start calling it now. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, I mean, the show just keeps getting more interesting, and when we say interesting, we say it's not. It's getting interesting to roast, right, Lily? I think so. Let's see. So basically, we have a show that you do like and a show that you are excited about, and it had its second episode. Que no? And that is La Casa del Dragón. Wow.
Oh man.
And how how was it?
A million times better than the Acolyte. This one actually has a good story that makes sense, and it actually has great fight scenes that amount to something, and it has a lot of drama that actually made me have a little breakdown and cry. so, so I would say that it's fantastic. See, I made the mistake of the night that this premiered is actually when I went to go watch the Bikeriders. And if you guys, first of all, if you guys are gonna go watch a movie, watch the Bikeriders. It's a really
Oh yeah,
awesome
and I even have your review and all stuff. So we'll let's talk about that one uh, when we're done with this one because I you did like it.
I did. I really did enjoy it. So I made the mistake of watching that movie, which for some reason in my head, I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like a happy story, and it kind of wasn't. So I had already gotten home like a little dejected, a little sad, and then this episode happened, and sorry guys, I'm gonna spoil it. So if you haven't seen it, sorry. So basically, the two characters that got in a big ol' fight this episode were Eric and Eric, the twins. And if you guys are following the show, you know that one of them stayed in King's Landing with Aegon, and the other one actually came to Rhaenyra, and he was the one that brought Viserys' crown to her. In this episode, oh my gosh, I hate Kristen Cole so much as a character. I hate him so much. And let me just say that we can hate the characters, don't hate the actor, because I know he got a whole bunch of hate for how
Oh
he's playing.
yeah.
Like, don't say things to the actor. This is his job. So he's doing a fantastic job because I can't stand Sir Kristen Cole. So basically, Sir Kristen Cole sends, I believe it was Eric, the one with the A, not the E. And he sends him kind of like to infiltrate and say, like, well, you look just like your brother. So why don't you just sneak in and kill Rhaenyra? So it almost happens until his brother actually comes in and they have this fight. What makes this fight even more intense is that, as you can see, they're twins. So when they start fighting, you can't tell who's who. They're wearing the same armor. They have their hair the same way. You can't tell the difference between them. So while they're fighting, it gets super intense. You get a bunch of anxiety because at one point, one of them tells him, like, even though we got separated, like, I still love you. And then he kills his brother. And then when he gets up, you actually find out that it's Eric, the one that stayed with Rhaenyra. And because when you are a kinslayer, that is basically looked down upon. And I think you can actually, I mean, you shouldn't, kill your family or whatever. That's a big old no-no in Westeros. So the brother can't live with that. He actually kills himself. So it's two deaths like right after the other, and it just like, oh my god, it just got to me really really bad.
Oh no. Pobre
It just, yeah, it just got to be really, really bad because, like, if you know anything about twins, they're supposed to be having, they supposedly they have these like connections with each other because they did share like the same womb and they go into this world together. And then if you think about it, they left the world together because it was one right after the other. So it was just, oh my god, it got to me so bad. I think I went to bed crying.
Ooh.
It was so sad.
Toda.
Yeah.
Era una semana de terror para la pobre Lily. Va del
Sí.
Bikeriders, terminó mal. Va a la Casa del Dragón, que terminó triste. Y
Peor.
luego,
The
espera,
Acolyte.
espera, llegó el Acolyte y mataron a todos en el Acolyte.
Bueno, pero en The Acolyte no me importa, eso no sentí nada. Con todo eso no sentí nada, pero como estaba explicando es que estos dos son gemelos, entonces cuando se están peleando, como se ven igualitos, traen el pelo igual, todo igual, no sabes quién es. Entonces cuando entran otros soldados para ayudarles y le preguntan a Rhaenyra, ¿quién es Eric? Y pues nadie sabe. O sea, si tratan de atacarlos a uno de ellos, no saben si es el correcto. So, no se pudieron meter a tratar de ayudarle y uno de los hermanos mata al otro y luego él mismo se mata también porque no puede vivir con eso, que acaba de matar a su hermano. So queda, híjole, no, cayó bien, bien pesado. Y creo que es peor porque, como estaba explicando, que supuestamente cuando tienes un gemelo, especialmente como ellos, que son idénticos, que tienes una conexión muy fuerte con ellos porque llegas a este mundo juntos. Y en el caso de ellos, los dos se fueron de este mundo juntos. Y no sé, me cayó bien pesado eso.
Yeah.
Y eso fue después de que fui a ver a los Bikeriders y algo pasa en esa película también. Quiero que vayan a verla, no voy a decir qué es, pero también me quedé en shock. Me quedé en shock. So, después de que vi esa película, vi esto y se me cargó todo junto.
Tenías que haber ido para un poco de lado después.
Yeah, sí.
No, but so Acolyte, Acolyte, House of the Dragon, very much different.
Yes. And then it's just, oh man, they just have a lot of really great scenes. It was, to me, it was a little bit slow. I believe this episode was 72 minutes long, and I feel like they could have cut out a lot of the talking or gotten to their points a little bit faster. And there was a great scene between Rhaenyra and Daemon, actually, because they get the news that Aegon's son has been murdered, and they're blaming Rhaenyra for it. And the only like one little funny part about it is that they're all sitting around this table, and they're like, "Well, who could have done it?" And then everyone stares at Daemon because it's Daemon. And he's trying to justify it. He's like, I didn't tell them to kill the child. I told them to kill Aemond and blah, blah, blah. So these two get into a fight, and she starts to basically accuse him that he wishes that he had taken the crown and not her and blah, blah, blah. And she wants to know that he's loyal to her. And he's basically telling her in return, how have I not shown that I'm loyal to you? I placed the crown on your head myself. I'm trying to raise an army in your name. And yeah, they have this big old fight and he leaves. I have a feeling that he's leaving to maybe gather up make the army bigger, go talk to more people to join their cause. And he's going to come back and be like, you see, you're still doubting that I am loyal to you, and look at what I did for you. So this was a really great scene. I don't agree with Rhaenyra when she questions Daemon, because we kind of see him all of season 1 that he kind of does what he wants to. If he wasn't loyal to her, I don't think he would have stayed by her side.
Hmm. Yeah. I guess this is now. This is the guy who's getting death threats, right? Is that him?
Yes, the actor Fabian, I don't remember his last name, but Fabian something. He plays Sir Kristen Cole, and like he actually had to shut down his Instagram because he's getting a bunch of like really hateful messages. Poor guy.
Oh my gosh! It. I guess this goes to show that the people are really passionate about the show,
Yeah.
because the guy's doing so well in his performance that he's getting death threats. He must be an amazing actor.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Yeah, I guess people had a really big issue with it because the night that the little boy was murdered, Sir Christian Cole was actually with Alicent, and he wasn't defending them the way that he should have. And so he goes and approaches him and tells him, "Where were you when all this was happening?" And then Sir Eric tells him, "Where were you that night?" And he doesn't like that because he's at a higher rank, and he's like, "Okay, well, guess what? I'm going to send you to Dragonstone, and you're going to try to kill Rhaenyra." Basically knowing that he's pretty much sending him to his death.
Mm, wow. And is there like a point to where you felt that the it because you said it was a little bit more slow than you would have liked. Um, was there a point in it where you were like, okay, now it's slowing down, or were you like, it's just the whole thing is it's just moving a
No,
little bit?
it's just they're having a lot of different conversations with characters. Like they could have been a little bit shorter because there's a scene where Rhaenys is with Corlys, and they're having a conversation that's basically something we already know. They're basically telling you again that they're loyal to Rhaenyra, they're helping her, and they understand Daemon's frustration, but that they all bent the knee to her, and all this, and that. And it's like, okay, but like we already knew that. Why was this necessary to tell us this again?
Mm,
So it's just little things like that. I mean, it doesn't make the show worse. It's just that I feel like when you finally got to the really big scenes in it, you were just kind of like, oh, finally, like finally something's happening. Because they actually do have like a procession for the little boy, and they have Alicent and his mom Helena in the back, and that's like, oh my gosh, that's such a like really heavy scene too. And there's so much setup for it that you're like, just get to it already. Stop talking about it and show it to me. And that's the issue that we have with a lot of things. Is like, don't tell me, show me.
mm.
So yeah, I think I got a little too overexcited because it was 72 minutes long, and I was like, yes, there's gonna be so much going. And then it was just a lot of conversations that I was like, we already knew this. Can we move on?
And I think this was from last episode. I don't know if it's from this one. Somebody commented on the kids. They had on the show. I guess these are the kids and their stunt doubles.
hmm
I just thought that was funny. It's like the poor kids are like all beat up and stuff. It's like this is how they treat the kids, right? She's saying this photo is always makes me laugh because she loves the kids in House of the Dragon. They look like they have like great sense of humor about it.
Well, it says it's hilarious. The parents have so much drama that no one's watching their kids, and someone ends up with their eye pulled out.
Oh my gosh!
Or yeah,
It's like watch your kids.
yes, watch your kids. Like Allison was too busy, like probably with Sir Kristen Cole at the time, and Rhaenyra was with Damon, and no one was watching the kids.
Can't watch your kids in this show. I mean, well, yeah, if it was a Disney show, you probably couldn't. You'd probably have to watch your kids too.
Someone loses an eye.
Before you know it, somebody's eye is gone.
Yes.
Um,
It's significantly better. It's worlds better. Like if you're thinking about watching a show, House of the Dragon, definitely.
now explain this one to me.
This meme. This meme is so hilarious. So basically, if you guys aren't aware, there's a lot of incest going on in the Targaryen family. They like to keep their bloodline pure, so they end up marrying each other. And so this is basically telling you that I think it's Bela and Jacaerys, and then Damon. So it's basically telling you how they're all related to each other. And I think this is actually, like, for the most part, a little bit accurate.
A little bit accurate.
Yeah.
See, when somebody's asked me, "Are you watching the House of Dragons?" I'm like, I don't know. The memes. So this is an accurate meme.
Yeah, I think it's accurate for the most part. I saw it and I was trying to like go through it and figure it out, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's making my head hurt. I'm not even gonna try.
That's awesome. But I know that you did go to see this movie, and you had. Is this your first review on Critic List, or?
No, I think this is like maybe my 25th one. I'm
What?
trying to do as many, yeah, I'm trying to do as many reviews as I can for Critic List. So I think I talked about it last week, but if you guys want to check out criticlist.com, it's kind of similar to Rotten Tomatoes, where you get to tell everyone your thoughts on movies and TV, except that you're the actual audience. That's why it's called Critic List. So it's not critics telling you what you should like, what you shouldn't like. It's you, the audience member, reviewing it for other audience members, and you kind of see if you're all around the same page or not, or why people liked it, why people didn't like it. So it's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, I just put up my review for the Bikeriders yesterday.
Cool, and you had the most excellent 92%.
I did give it an 82%.
Cool. So,
And
tell us a little bit about it.
so basically, this movie is based on a real motorcycle club from the 60s. And one of them was actually taking photographs of them and kind of capturing on recordings about how the club was formed, what happened to all their members. So they decided to turn this into a movie. And a lot of the characters that you see in this movie are actually real people. And if you go look it up online, you can actually pull up the actual portraits and pictures that that one of the members actually took himself, and kind of compare it to what they did with the movie. And it's really crazy how they captured the vibe of those photographs in the actual movie. Like the cinematography is so like, it's really good. And then you have a cast that's so good too. So first of all, Tom Hardy. He's amazing. You know, any movie Tom Hardy's in is going to be good. You have up and coming Austin Butler. He has not disappointed since Elvis and Dune 2. So definitely he's going to be one to be looking after. You have Mike Faced, I think that's how you say his name, who actually came out in Challengers. He did really great in Challengers too. I liked him in this movie. I wish I had seen more of him in this movie. You have Norman Reedus, another fantastic actor. You guys should probably know him from The Walking Dead. You have Michael Shannon, another incredible actor. I could go on and on and on. Like they have this cast was excellent. The chemistry between them, the way they were all like with each other, and then of course you have Jodie Comer, who was the female lead, and it's basically Austin Butler's character uh, is kind of like, I wouldn't say the second to Tom Hardy's character, but kind of. So Tom Hardy wants him to take over the club for him. And he marries Jodie Comer's character, and she doesn't like his lifestyle because he's always getting into trouble, getting into fights, going to jail, getting hurt. And she wants him to be at home with her all the time. And they're basically kind of going on this back and forth thing. And while you're seeing this play out, a lot of other really dramatic events are happening behind the scenes. And I'm not going to spoil it. You guys have to go see it. But it's really good. It's really, really good. And I think my only criticism about it was that Jodie Comer's character, Kathy, is the one that's narrating this story. And it's based on the tapes, like I said earlier, based on the tapes of her actually telling the story of the Vandals.
So these are the Vandals. This is
so she, like, I know this is the real person's voice, but Jodie Comer's voice was so annoying. And it kept it kept stopping the story to go back to her narrating. And it was very annoying. It would take you out of it for a little bit until it would fade in and go on with the story. So I feel like if they wanted to do that, they should have had her narrate it at the beginning so that you're aware that she's the one narrating it, and then never hear from her until the end where she gives her last like thoughts on everything. But her voice is so annoying. Oh my gosh. Every single time she would talk, it was just so annoying. But yeah, I mean, Austin made up for it. So
nice. So this is a thumbs up, Lily, and go check it out and check it out in critic list. Yeah, nice. So Polly sent back, and he says that he liked your review of House of the Dragon, but I love a bit more this episodes. So I think it's talking about how he probably wanted a little bit more in the episode. Do you agree? What would you have wanted a little bit more?
What would I have wanted more of this episode?
On the House of the Dragon episode.
It's because it's kind of difficult to say because they're following the book. Mm-hmm. So I've said this before that I'm reading along with it, so I'm not really too sure what is the rest of the story. So I'm not really too sure why a lot of things aren't happening. So I don't think they're just going to add things that aren't in the book, because this is supposed to be like a retelling. This is supposed to be the accurate what actually happened to the events that happened in the book. So I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to be like, well, I want to see more fights, because maybe that actually didn't happen in the book. So they can't just throw in random fights that are happening.
Okay. That's fair. And one thing that came out, I don't know, I'm sure you saw it because you've been on fire on Twitter. But we got the Superman, more Superman pictures.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to get your take on this. Um, what'd you think?
I didn't like it.
Really, a
I
lot of
don't.
people. It was a lot of mixed bag, right?
Um, I appreciate that the colors are super super bright and that looks, comic book accurate. I don't mind the his what's it called? The trunks, I guess, on the thing. I don't
Yeah, we
mind
got
that.
we got trunks.
Yeah, that actually doesn't look weird to me. The only thing that looks weird are those lines that are all over his costume. I don't like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Was you a fan of the comics?
I am not a big comic book reader, sorry, but
So
from what I've seen from, maybe Henry Cavill, I think it was Brandon Routh, of course, Christopher Reeves that played Superman. They've all had so much better costumes than this. I don't like those lines. I don't know if they're gonna edit them or something because I believe that what was her name? Sasha Gaye, the
yeah,
girl that was playing Supergirl. She had some awkward lines on her costume too, but after post, they weren't there anymore. So I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing here, but I don't like it. It just seems like it's really, really thick material, and where those lines are, anytime he moves his arms or something, it starts to crease, and
yeah,
it just that looks really bad.
yeah. It looks like gummy. You know, you have
Hmm.
a bit of the. Um, it almost feels weird, like padding. But a lot of people have been saying that it's probably going to look a lot better in post. It's going to be fixed. Just with these budgets ballooning so much, why would you want to do it? So much in post. I think you would want to fix it before that. But
But he looks great, though. I mean, he looks like Henry Cavill, so obviously.
yeah,
This is why I don't understand why they couldn't just get Henry Cavill again. He looks like Henry Cavill.
yeah, and they're not that far apart in age, I guess, right?
No, they're really not.
Right?
So
Because I thought they were going to go real younger, but I guess it's
I thought so
interesting.
too. But
But
yeah,
here, guys, you see next to him is it's Mr. Terrific, right? Um, and he is very comic accurate with his costume, um, and yeah, you just have so much baggy, right? It's just feels like he's got a. It feels like he's got his dad's shirt, right?
I think that's what I said on Twitter. I said that it looks like he borrowed it from Henry Cavill and he can't fill it out.
He can't fill it out. Like he needs to work out a little bit more. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that you see this actor and he worked out like crazy for it. So that's why I don't understand why you would put, okay, can you imagine working out at the gym for a freaking year to bulk up and then they give you this super thick suit that doesn't even show off how much you've been working out?
Yeah, like a sweater or something, like an oversized sweater, like you're cold.
Yeah, like
You're
I
like,
would be so mad. I'd be like, so then just put the muscles inside the costume then if you're not even going to use my real ones.
yeah, and the collar is the one that kind of it's weird for me. The collar and the S. That collar looks really, really unusual to me. I don't know why you would put it there. Like I said, you worked out. You wanna show it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the collar either. It just, I don't know. It just looks really awkward. But I will give it that. I like the colors that they're
Yeah,
super bright.
Cynthia, I'm sure it will tighten the look up in post production. Just hope Gunn wrote the story worth paying to see and didn't turn Clark into Star Lord with a cape. Yeah, you know there's going to be a song montage though. You
Oh,
know that's happening. But Beryl says, "Will they stop sexualizing men?" All right,
no.
it's not.
Do you have the picture where they actually showed what he looks like with the glasses?
Oh yeah. So what was it? Oh yeah, that's the. Oh yeah, there you go.
See, he's cute. I think he's
Post
cute.
Lily. ¿Qué es eso?
I
¿Qué es
yeah, that looks
eso?
bad. That looks really bad.
¿Qué es eso? That just feels like it's some kind of something died on its head.
Yeah, that looks really bad.
La gente en Twitter está diciendo que es la cabeza de brócoli. O se le murió un perro arriba.
It looks like a bird's nest. I think
Yeah, that's what Max was saying.
Yeah, that's what Meg said.
Looks like it's a bird nest on his head.
Oh, that looks so bad. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
It don't like
Yeah,
it.
I mean, he's a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy. So why would you do that to him?
Because like,
So I guess
hasn't Clark always just put his glasses on and that was the difference? Like his hair never changed? And isn't that like the running joke that everyone's like, yeah, when you put your glasses on, no one can recognize you.
no recognize him.
So why would you change his hair? That's so weird.
Right?
So like, where does his hair go when he transforms into Superman?
You don't worry about that. Eso no es Superman. Es Chascaman. Well, if they become retarded, they won't believe I'm Superman.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that hair is really bad.
Yeah. It feels like, okay, I'm just gonna my glasses is not really the thing that you gotta worry about, is this hair. So this is more of the close up. And here you see the ill fit of the pan again. I guess the pants. We know this. We know they're probably gonna fix it in post or something. I just don't know why you want to, because we see back of the. We've seen shots of Cavill when he was, even Christopher Reeve, or even the recent Superman and Lois TV show. They do wear the tight fitting outfit, so that's why it's weird to me. But it could also be they're just placing it, and we're just getting this released, photos just so to draw interest. And this is the Lois Lane. What do you think of Lois Lane?
Who is she? I forgot who the actress is.
She's the one that did the Fabulous Mrs. Merkel. I think her name is.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, she's. I guess she does comedy and theater style stuff.
Are there any pictures where you can see her face?
Yeah, I think the next one shows her face.
She's kind of underwhelming a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a little bit too, her name is Rachel Bronson, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, I have no clue who she is.
Yeah, they say she's a great actress, so I don't know. At least she's got the hair, I guess, and they put her.
She's got the hair.
She's got the hair.
Or maybe she'll look better in post too.
Right. So. This is her.
Oh well, she looks. Well, yeah. Well.
More of an everyday Lewis instead of a super hot Lewis,
He looks good though. I mean, yeah. I like him.
Yeah. Better hair on this one.
Yeah, definitely better hair. I guess we'll see.
So, yeah.
See, there's no way he's got all that hair on top of his head, and then when he's Superman, it looks like that.
Right? On this one, I guess you see a little bit more.
So he just combs it off to the side.
He actually combs his hair when he becomes Superman. So, I don't know. That's the Superman. At least they have the cape with the logo on the back. I like it. If they didn't have that collar, I think it would be a lot better.
See, like the other costume looks so much better, but that's supposed to have a more like I can see that in that material, but not the Superman suit.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I think that on the Superman, I felt that they it's just unusual. I don't know what they're trying to do. But you can see Mr. Terrific. His costume actually looks like it fits him, and you can tell that Homeboy's been working out, and he's fitted. While the Superman, well, on this one we don't see it. If that costume is a lot more fitted, so yeah, we'll see. We will see.
We shall see.
We shall see. Said. Set. But yeah, that's Superman. We're trying to see if it works. If it works, yes. If it doesn't, it's uh it's not gonna be the best. I think that hopefully they do make a little bit more of it, and yeah, we'll see how it goes with it. Have you seen the trailer for uh, the new uh, the new? It would be what the Dracula, but it's Nosferatu's.
Too. Yeah, actually, they released it exclusively to watch with the Bikeriders before it was released online. So I saw it on Sunday.
Oh, cool. So let's see. Let's see if it comes up.
I'm looking forward to this one so much.
It looks so good, right?
The only bad thing is that I don't know. I don't really like Lily Rose's Depp's acting. I saw her in that terrible show, The Idol, and maybe it was the show, but here she just looks like she's so out of place. I don't like her.
Yeah. Y para los que no saben, este es una nueva película de David Hires, ¿no? ¿Cómo se llama el señor?
Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers. Y es el mismo señor que hizo el Northman. Y en verdad es un director increíble. Esta es, ¿cómo diríamos su gran homage a esta película que en verdad es antigua, es una de esas películas que era en blanco y negro, una de las primeras películas de terror, creo, que se llama Nosferatu, y es el vampiro, la traducción me parece. Uno de los personajes que estamos hablando es Lily Rose, la hija de Johnny Depp, ¿no?
Uh-huh.
Sí. y ella es la actriz estelar en este trailer que vamos a ver. Wow. Mira eso, Lily. Eso sí se ve bien, bien suave, ¿no?
Así creo que como me gusta mucho Mia Goth,
Ujú.
la hubiera preferido ver aquí que Lily Rose Depp.
Sí, Mia Goth ahora está en todas
All the
las películas.
scary.
What do you think?
I I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu. This is gonna be so crazy. He looks so scary standing in the doorway. Oh my gosh. And if you guys don't know, Bill Skarsgård actually played Pennywise in the It movies.
Mm,
So I know he's going to be able to pull off being super creepy. It's going to be amazing.
yeah, and just that. I guess that's part of why you get a little bit taken back because she's surrounded by so many good actors.
Yeah. And then it's kind of weird to point out, but now I see what I was watching some YouTube video that said that a lot of actresses nowadays can't fit into period piece movies because they've gotten so much cosmetic surgery done that you can tell. Like with Lily Rose Depp,
Oh,
she's gotten so many fillers, so much work done on her face that she doesn't fit this time. You look at her face and you can tell she's gotten like fillers and she's gotten her lips done. She has her eyebrows perfectly manicured, and you're like, she doesn't fit this time period. That's what takes me out of it. And then, like I said, her acting I don't think is the best. So I hopefully that doesn't take you out of the entire movie when she's on screen, because yeah, she's surrounded by so many other great actors.
mm. Yeah, I think this is going to be one that everybody it's going to really look forward to it because
And
I haven't heard anything bad about it.
then the crazy thing is that it comes out on Christmas.
It
That's
comes
right.
out on Christmas?
Yeah, theaters December 25th.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Why would it
Christmas
come
is
out on
gonna be super
Christmas?
spooky.
Well, you know all the Latinos are going to be out. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, because we celebrate on the 24th. So the 25th, we're gonna be out at the movies watching Nosferatu.
Oh man, it's going to be I think it's going to be a crazy movie. What do you think? Do you think it's going to make some cash or you think it's going to
Um, I think it will. A lot of people are on vacation during that time. I don't think the fact that it's coming out on Christmas will hurt it. Um, and then, ha- do we know what the budget was for this one?
No, but he keeps his budgets tight.
Like, pretty. And usually, this genre tends to do pretty well. It usually makes back its money and then some.
Hmm.
And I mean, you have a really great cast. I think they're gonna watch this one. This is gonna be a good movie that's actually gonna do well, I think. And then it's Robert Eggers. I mean, like you said, he's done The Northman. That one was fantastic. He did The Witch, which
Hmm.
is probably my all-time favorite horror movie.
The
As
Witch.
The Witch, yeah. And I think people have seen his work already. He makes his movies feel and look a certain way that you can kind of trust that he's not just doing this just to do it. He's passionate about it. And it shows. And I think people are going to reward the movie for that. So I think it's going to do well.
Okay. So that is Nosferatu. And this is something that I found funny that I wanted to share with you. Uh, so, if you guys know, Lily is a nurse, and this little girl, her dad made her a a uh, a like hospital thing on her uh, uh, on her house for her little dog.
Aw, poor doggy. Oh, that's funny.
It's such a chip,
Oh my gosh.
right?
She's her
It's like
own
her
CTN
own,
MRI.
yeah.
It's so cute.
Poor cats out there. It's got
Oh
little
my god. Oh. But I love how the animals are so well behaved.
so well behaved, yeah.
They're like, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, how cool is that?
That's so cute. That's really creative.
Isn't it? The dad, I guess he makes the sets with um, with cardboard, which it's amazing. I'm like, man, he should have made the sets for the Acolyte, right? And I wanted to check this one out, which is a lady. She's a Chinese lady that does she does like cooking videos, and she speaks Spanish. So I don't know if you can hear it though on this one. I'm gonna try see is she makes these she like almost like retorts to the videos. I don't know. Tell me if you can hear it.
Un poco
Can you,
tímido, ¿eh? No te
can you
preocupes,
hear
es
it?
muy rápido.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
En China no tenemos este tipo de tomates. Los más grandes sí. Ahora yo te estoy viendo. Ay, no puedo abrir los ojos. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿No tiene tazas o vasos? O sea, tantos tipos de chile. ¿Por qué el mío no es verde?
What?
¿Es comida humana? Chao, amigos.
What the heck?
Yeah, she just
So she was eating the salsa like a soup?
yeah, she was just trying to salsa because he was trying to salsa, and
Oh.
yeah, es una señora que está en China y ella lo que hace es mira videos viral bastante para cocinar, para hacer bebidas en español y los trata de imitar. y habla español lo más bien. Pero algunos de los ingredientes ellos no pueden conseguir en China, entonces trata de conseguir algo que es similar, ¿no? So,
Nice.
eso es lo que es. Okay, Lily, what are you going to be doing this week?
This week, oh my gosh, trying to stay cool with this crazy heat. Dying. Like, if you guys are in all the areas where it's already super hot, I'm sorry. I feel you. But you can find me on X, of course, always starting fires, especially on Acolyte Day on Tuesdays. And then I do have Dames and Dorks Thursdays. So tomorrow we're gonna have a really, really super awesome guest. I'm so excited. I can't tell you guys who it is yet, so you have to stay tuned for tomorrow. And what else? Of course, I'm doing shorts here for Midnights at Español. And whatever else I happen to be doing, I'll just be posting it up on X as I go as well. And then, yeah, definitely check out all the reviews on Criticless. Oh, and Instagram. I'm trying to be more active on my Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at 300.mirrors.
All right. Ok, vamos a estar acá la semana que viene con más Super Acolyte y Super Casa del Dragón. Sí, vive Lily, porque capaz que sí, capaz que no. Ok, Lily, chao, chao.